Where were you? You vanished.
So, I was walking in the woods. I met these two assassins.
Assassin.
Welcome back to Director's Choice. Pinocchio is one of the most loved animated characters of all time. His story of determination, will, and never giving up gives us hope for a better day. It teaches us to trust that there is light at the end of the tunnel if we hang on to our dreams. We've seen Pinocchio's story told over and over again across several generations, but ultimately teaching us the same lessons. There's always a silver lining, a way to right your wrongs, and an opportunity to make up for your mistakes. This year, we'll be seeing not one, not two, but 3 Pinocchio movies released. We're expecting a lot from the movie industry this year, but the last thing anyone saw coming was 3 different adaptations of Pinocchio. So for today's episode, we'll be answering the top 16 Google questions about the upcoming Pinocchio movies. Don't go anywhere, because there's a lot to unpack. How many Pinocchio movies are coming out in 2022? There are 3 adaptations of Pinocchio coming out in 2022. The first one is Lionsgate's English adaptation of Pinocchio, A True Story, which was originally a Russian animated movie. The second is Disney's live-action version of their original Pinocchio movie, which they released in 1940. The last Pinocchio movie this year will be from Netflix. It's a stop-motion animated movie based on the novel The Adventures of Pinocchio, which was written by Carlo Collodi. Who plays Pinocchio in the 3 movies? Benjamin Evan Ainsworth will be the voice of Disney's Pinocchio, Netflix's Pinocchio will be voiced by Gregory Mann, and Pauly Shore was cast as the voice of Lionsgate's Pinocchio. Who plays the other main characters in the movies? Disney chose Tom Hanks as the voice of their Geppetto. David Bradley will be Netflix's Geppetto, and Tom Kenny, who you may recall as the voice of SpongeBob, will be the voice of Lionsgate's Geppetto. Disney's Jiminy Cricket will be voiced by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and Netflix will cast Ewan McGregor as their Jiminy Cricket. But in the movie, he will be known as Sebastian J. Cricket. Disney and Netflix have cast Luke Evans and Tim Blake Nelson for the role of the coachman with the donkeys. Award-winning actress Cynthia Erivo will be the voice of the Blue Fairy in Disney's version. And Netflix's fairy with turquoise hair will be played by Tilda Swinton. The Netflix adaptation also features other incredible celebrity voices, such as Cate Blanchett, Ron Perlman, and Stranger Things' Finn Wolfhard. Who were the directors of the 3 movies? Netflix's stop-motion animated Pinocchio movie will be directed by award-winning directors Guillermo del Toro and Mark Gustafson. Guillermo has a bandwagon of impressive movies under his belt, including the 2013 Pacific Rim movie, the 2004 Hellboy movie, and its sequel released in 2008. The movie has witnessed the coming and going of several writers and directors, but through it all, Guillermo has stood by it. And on one occasion, he described it as his passion project. Disney's live-action Pinocchio will be directed by Robert Zemeckis, the genius responsible for the Back to the Future trilogy. And finally, Vasily Ravanevsky will be directing the Lionsgate version of Pinocchio. Is Pinocchio based on a true story? Every Pinocchio adaptation is based on the novel The Adventures of Pinocchio from 1883 by Italian writer Carlo Collodi. Like the animated Disney version, Pinocchio was a wooden boy who dreamed of being real. He was created by his father, Geppetto, who was a woodcarver. However, in the novel, the first thing Pinocchio does when he comes to life and learns how to walk is run away from home. Does Pinocchio become a real boy in the 1940 movie? In the 1940 Pinocchio movie, Pinocchio and Jiminy jump into the sea to save his father. Pinocchio gets swallowed up by Monstro the whale and meets his father inside the whale's gut. Pinocchio's plan to make Monstro sneeze is a success, and they are able to get out of the whale. Pinocchio sacrifices himself to save Geppetto, and Monstro kills him. Geppetto, Jiminy, Figaro, and Cleo mourn Pinocchio. But the Blue Fairy revives him and transforms Pinocchio into a real boy, thus removing the Pleasure Island curse. Who are the villains in Disney's 1940 Pinocchio? Disney's original Pinocchio faced several enemies, including Honest John, a conniving fox who would do just about anything for the right amount of money, Honest John's partner Gideon, who is his loyal sidekick in everything, the coachman, a ruthless man who lured stupid little boys to Pleasure Island, where they can be changed into donkeys for him to sell on the black market. Does Disney own Pinocchio? Disney secured trademark registration for the word Pinocchio for products and services in 2009. Pinocchio started as a novel written by Carlo Collodi in 1883. This makes many people wonder how Disney could claim rights to something that used to be in the public domain. Disney owns the rights to their version of Pinocchio, but not to the Pinocchio story itself, so Netflix and Lionsgate can create their own versions. Disney's copyright of its Pinocchio film means that no one can recreate, distribute, or display any film that is a direct derivative of Disney's version. An infringement on Disney's copyright will occur if a new version features characters, conversations, or plot elements exclusively found in Disney's adaptation and not in the original novel. Using or copying any creative works like music or art developed by Disney for their movie will infringe on Disney's copyright. Where can I watch Disney's Pinocchio movie? Disney's Pinocchio will be available to watch on Disney+. Subscribers can watch the movie without paying any extra fees, and it will not be available anywhere else. Where can I watch Netflix's Pinocchio movie? As expected, Netflix's Pinocchio will only be streaming on Netflix. Where can I watch Lionsgate's Pinocchio, A True Story, 2022? Lionsgate's Pinocchio can be streamed on Amazon Prime Video, Vudu, Vudu Movie and TV Store, Redbox, Apple TV, or Row 8. When does Disney's Pinocchio come out? Disney's Pinocchio will be on Disney Plus on September 8, 2022. The movie was first announced in April 2015. It's part of the Disney Plus Day celebration. When does Netflix's Pinocchio come out? Netflix's Pinocchio will be released in December 2022, 3 months after Disney releases their adaptation. It has been 14 years since this movie was first announced, and it has been promised multiple times since then. When does Lionsgate's Pinocchio, A True Story, 2022 come out? Lionsgate's adaptation of Pinocchio was first released in Russia in February 2022, and then in the US on March 22, 2022. Okay guys, that's the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope we answered all your Pinocchio questions. Take a look at this recent clip by Director's Choice, and don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell icon so you don't miss an episode.